Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode, Sports Battlefield, the inaugural matches, our second one. And as always, I am here with this as my grand design baby. But joining me is a man who loves sports just as much as I think Jim Green would love Doctor Who and Game of Thrones. That is Dan Skip Allen. Dan, how you doing tonight?
Hey, man, I am doing great. I'm always happy to be back here in the sports battlefield. Just not real happy how my Red Sox have been playing the last few games.
Yeah. But you at least have potential. They'll course correct for next year. But, speaking of, I don't really know how to tie that in there, but I'm just going to say that we do have two interesting competitors this time. The first match, I guess you could say, was a battle of countries. I guess we have another one, not that far of a stretch this time from America and New Zealand, but we do have America versus Canada with Kaleb Koho and Sandy Robinson going at it. How do you think they're going to do, Sandy? Dan? I'll
tell you right now, do not sleep on Sandy Robinson. I think a little bit of the gamesmanship has been going on, that these two think the other one's going to win and all this stuff. Sandy has been around a while. He's probably watched quite a few Super Bowls. He's participated in a lot of hockey in his life. He loves tennis. So I tell you, I think he's a little bit more versed in sports than he likes to let on. And Kaleb, I'm hoping he knows what he's talking about a little bit.
Well, yeah, I think Kaleb, being, growing up with football, and he's unfortunately a Minnesota Vikings fan, but we don't hold that against him. So he knows his NFL, he knows his NBA, and yeah, Sandy knows his hockey and his tennis, and it's going to be interesting to see how well they do with the other gaps, to see how they do in the other categories. But yeah, like you said, you don't want to sleep on the Sandman. He'll give you bad dreams. You don't want to sleep on the King, until you poison him, then you can sleep on him. But getting away from that, let's hear what these competitors have to say before we get started.
Well, look at where I am. I am finally in the field of battle where no king should ever have to find himself. But I'm here. And because I'm here, I'm prepared to do battle with a mythological creature known as the Sandman. And I'm going to give him all the nightmares. The thing is, I am a Minnesota Viking. I know a lot of things about nightmares and bad games. But if you know my Vikings, you know that we've had a bit of a turnaround in the last few years and are on track for some Super Bowl gold this year. So I'm going to channel the power of Mike Zimmer, the leadership of Kirk Cousins, and the athleticism of Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs and Dalvin Cook to lead me to my first battlefield victory right here in sports. I have always considered myself a verbal athlete on the mic and in speech, and now I have to use my verbal athleticism here to prove that I know a little bit about how the other half lives. So let's do this.
Well, here I am, guys. I am sitting here again in Multiplex to play in another type of match, and this one's sports. I've always prided myself on knowing a little bit about a lot of different things, and now I have to know a lot about a lot of different things, and I don't know if that's going to work. I'm going to give it my best shot. Kaleb has mentioned that he is a Minnesota Vikings fan. I will flat out admit here that Ken Knapsack and I have something else in common other than being old and have been around for a while. We are both Miami Dolphins fans. So if anybody here is it going to be accepting of a loss, it's going to be the Miami Dolphins fan. So I am just going to do my best, chew bubblegum, and that's about it. And I've got lots of bubblegum and not lots of knowledge. So I'm going to give it my best shot. And you know what? I couldn't have faced a better person to to start off here. It's going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to it. And please wheel round, land on something I know.
Both of them very humble, thinking the other is going to do better, Dan. But I think, like we covered already, I think both of them are going to be well surprised with each other's knowledge to see how they do. Do you have a favorite coming into this one?
I'll tell you what. I look at age as something that's a thing when it comes to all things, whether it be sports or movies or comics or music. The longer you've been around, a little bit of knowledge in life might do you just a little bit. So I'm going to edge towards the Sandman tonight.
I think I'm going to have to go the other way because I do agree with knowledge, or with age does come wisdom and knowledge, but with youth, you can pull what knowledge you have quicker. But we're going to see. It could go down either way. I mean, who knows how this is going to go, but we will go into it with our proper introductions starting now. Introducing first, representing Multiplex, and of course, Fandom as its head. He comes in a debuting player with a record of 0 wins, 0 defeats. He is the King, Kaleb Koho. And his opponent, representing a lot of different things, from Full Metal Media to Atomic Nation to Team 80s. He is a hell of a guy, unless you piss him off and then you go to sleep and he gives you nightmares. But he is one half of Team 80s, representing Atomic Nation, the Sandman, Sandy Robinson. All right, and with that, we'll go into the rules for round number 1. Round number 1 works like this. If you've seen this or any other videos along the community fandom leagues, you should know this. But if this is your first time, here you go. Each competitor will have 8 questions from 8 predetermined categories. They will be given 15 seconds to write their answers on their whiteboards or piece of paper or whatever they have. In that 15 seconds, you will show your answer as well as verbalize it. As long as you get the verbalization, spelling, as long as it's close, we will accept it. I mean, hell, they accepted Geppetto in the Schmodown, so
we accepted Clignon, so.
Yes. And we could be very lenient with that. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. There is no deduction for any wrong answers, and there is no stealing. Each competitor will have 3 challenges for repeats throughout the entire game, and 1 challenge. If the wording of a question they would like to challenge, they can throw that up. If they win their challenge, they keep their challenge through the rest of the game. They lose it, it's over. So with that, gentlemen, are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right. Dan, would you like to kick it off with our first question?
Absolutely, Tim. Question number 1 in round 1 is in the category of soccer.
Gross.
What Premier League player has made the most appearances?
In the Premier League?
Yes.
It's first and last name, I assume.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if these are 2 different first or last names. They're the only 2 names I know involving soccer.
Good old soccer.
Oh, no.
Soccer. All right, let's go with
I wish I could do tag teams. So
5,
his beats from
4,
the forts.
3, 2, 1. We don't have phone a friend here, Caleb. Pens down. Let's go to the King first.
Ronaldo Messi.
That is incorrect. Sandy.
Okay, well, I have the same person on mine, but it's David Beckham.
That is also incorrect. Dan, what is the answer we were looking for?
Gareth Barry. Gareth Barry. Not Ronaldo and Messi, 2 people. And
I didn't know if they were the same. They're the only 2 names I know.
All right. With that, let's go into our next question in the realm of Ultimate Fighting Championship. That's right, the UFC.
Okay.
In Brock Lesnar's second UFC bout, he fought what UFC star? Which was a great match to watch if you're an anti-Brock fan.
Yeah. I didn't even see the match. I don't watch UFC.
It was fun, Dan. It was fun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Let's go with Sandy.
Was it Frank Mir?
That is correct. Nice. And Caleb, were you able to match it?
I couldn't remember what Brock Lesnar's weight class was. I said Jose Aldo.
So Sandy has the lead with 1 point. And I'm going to write his name and his point down on my board here. I guess I got to make sure.
Somebody didn't come prepared.
I apologize for that. So now got 1 point for Sandy. All right, here we go. Question number 2. Oh, jeez. I was talking about other things.
Question number 3.
Yep. Question number 3. In the category of NHL.
All right, this is closer to what I'm good at.
What Montreal Canadiens legend was nicknamed the Flower? Oh, God. I have a feeling I know someone's going to know this one.
Oh, yeah. I think he was waiting for a question like this.
God, you were just so close. You're so close to the Minnesota Wild, but you're so far. Oh, man.
Sandy's he's sitting there so confident. You know he's got this. But
oh, yeah.
I'm going to put
that
down the
smirk on his
right
face
now.
as well.
3,
I've
2,
met him 3 times, so.
1. Pens down. All right, Sandy, go ahead. What the hell?
Guy Lafleur.
That is correct.
Caleb.
You know, this is a guy I've met, and I'm actually pretty good friends with. TJ Oshie. You know, so a lot of the best hockey players come from my hometown, so I know quite a few of them.
Wow.
No.
Tough you didn't know that one. But we go into a realm that is the strength of one of our players here, the realm of NBA. Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls in the NBA. Who did he play for in college?
You guys around when Michael Jordan was in his heyday?
I was born as he was going out the door.
I was still young enough to remember him in his heyday.
Yeah. That was one of the greatest athletes I ever saw play, if not the greatest of all time. 5, 4.
King who?
2.
I got to give it to LeBron. He's really good.
Hands down. Absolutely, Tim. I agree with you. King who?
Repeat.
Oh,
All right.
that's 1 repeat for Sandy. In the realm of NBA, Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls in the NBA. Who did he play for in college?
Yeah, this is, I'll tell you what, when basketball was just today can't even compare to back then, in my opinion.
I mean, I think today's basketball is a very different game, so you can't really compare the two too much.
Yeah.
Back then, it was more of a height game. Today, it's more of a shooting game, which is why Steph Curry is probably one of the most underrated, impressive athletes that's in the game.
5.
1. Hands down. All right, Caleb.
I said Ohio.
Ooh.
That is incorrect. Sandy, were you able to pull it with that repeat?
I knew that it had North, so I just picked one. I said North Carolina.
Well, you guessed right.
Oh, holy crap.
I should have guessed North Carolina. Why did I not think it was the Blue?
Oh, man. I thought Caleb had that one.
I know. I thought he did too. But
I know college hockey. That's it. That's the only college sport I keep up with.
Good for you.
And this next question, I'm going to reword it.
It's already reworded. You might have to refresh.
So I'm just letting you know it's not going to be the wording. I'm going to reword it as I say it. So, in the category of NFL,
Okay.
Brett Favre played for what NFL team the majority of his career? The majority of his career.
Yeah, if you would have hit refresh, I reworded it pretty much exactly that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because I looked at it, it was like, oh, we could have a problem here.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about in my opinion, the best quarterback to play the sport. So
he was great, but he has flaws. But I'm not going to get into the flaws.
every quarterback has flaws.
Yeah. I would say he was one of the best, though. I really would. There was no argument.
Top 5. Brett Favre's top 5. I would put him in the top 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Sandman, what do you got?
Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely. You are correct. Kaleb?
And Caleb.
I have the Green Bay Packers. He also played for the New York Jets, and the best year of his life came from the Minnesota Vikings. So
And
Actually,
drafted by the Atlanta Falcons.
he was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons.
Actually, I do want to say the correct answer was Green Bay Packers. Fuck Minnesota. That was for you, Caleb.
But
Caleb, I
also,
did not put that in there.
but also, his best year statistically comes from his first year with Minnesota Vikings. Anyway, I rest my case.
Thank God we had technical difficulties and none of our people heard that. All right. Your next category is auto racing. Mario Andretti has competed in which form of auto racing?
I might actually
auto
get this one.
It's an interesting sport.
Praise God for my friend Kenny, whose family is obsessed with racing.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Let's
Caleb?
see if Caleb's friend
Is it
can
Formula
help him.
One?
All right. Well, hold on here. Sandy.
Let's see what Sandy has.
I said F1 too. So
Yeah, it would be right. It's basically another word for Indy racing, for IndyCar. Yeah, so they would have got it, Dan. They got it.
Yeah, IndyCar and Formula One are basically the same thing. Formula One's in Europe, and IndyCar is basically in America and I think Canada, but I'm not sure, North America. So it's the same thing. All right.
Okay.
So hold on here. Let me put a point down for you guys. Make sure I don't shortchange you guys on my board.
Thank you for the form of editing.
Don't worry,
Cut that out.
Sandy's kicking my butt just like we knew he would. So
All right. Well,
It's
somebody
like 4-2.
has been waiting very patiently for this category, and the category is tennis.
oh well, here we go.
What surface is the French Open played on? Come on, Caleb, you should know this.
With one of the greatest players to ever play the French Open, Rafael Nadal, my favorite caveman with his grunts.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I'll tell you what. I've been following French Open tennis players for a long time. There's a lot of great ones. 5.
Oh yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Sandman, what do you got?
Rafa Nadal is the greatest clay player of all time.
Yeah,
That is correct.
he is great. He's definitely great. I can't deny that. I cannot deny. Caleb.
Cement. I don't.
Cement. Cement.
Okay. To be fair, when I was
Tennis is
younger
the-
and learned tennis, I learned on
Let's
asphalt.
try to kill each other, right? Yeah, that's tennis. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right, gentlemen, your last question in our question writer's favorite, MLB.
Oh, great.
The Oakland A's had players such as Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco in the 1980s and 90s. What were their nicknames?
What was the nickname of them? What were they called? Yes. What was their nickname?
The Oakland Athletics or those players?
Those players.
Wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming that way.
Which honestly, there's a funny story with this name, which I'll mention after we get the answers, Dan. I think you know where I'm going to go with this, but yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a famous nickname that they have, Sandy. But if you don't know it, then you just don't know it.
Go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go with Caleb first.
I mean, I think you're looking for individual nicknames. I said Boomer and Swingin'. I don't know.
No, that is incorrect. And Sandy.
Yeah, I just took something from the Mighty Ducks too. Is it the Bash Brothers?
Wow.
Sandy gets. Oh my God.
Was that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
correct.
They were called the Bash Brothers.
They were called the Bash Brothers.
Wow. Okay. Seriously, I was just joking. Like really.
All right, buddy.
And he took my story because I was going to mention that with that, but Sandy already said it. All right, Dan, would you like to give us a score rundown for that first round?
Yeah, I got Sandy here with 7 and Kaleb with 2. Am I right?
Yes. Sandy has a 5-point lead going into round 2. And how round 2 works is, as such, it is our lovely wheel round. Now, each competitor will have 2 chances to spin the wheel. If they don't like the first one, they can have a mulligan and spin again, unless it lands on opponent's choice. Each category has 4 questions worth 2 points apiece, though they can go for multiple choice to bring it down to 1 point, and there is stealing in this. So if you mess up, your opponent can pounce on it. And Sandy, you are in the lead, so you can choose to spin first or second.
I'll spin first.
All right. We have our lovely wheel brought to you by wheeldecide.com. And your first spin is in.
And it's player's choice. A freaking course.
Lands player's choice.
You want to take tennis and put the nail in the coffin? Let's just do it.
I don't know though. I don't know. I mean, as much as I'm a tennis person, I'm a hockey fan first and foremost. So I'm gonna have to go to NHL.
All right. NHL is the choice. Dan, would you like to proctor his questions for the NHL?
Absolutely, I would. And here they are, Sandy. And your questions in the NHL, the National Hockey League. Who won the Stanley Cup in 2018?
Well, the Washington Capitals.
You got it right. That is absolutely right. You got that one.
Okay.
All right.
And
question number 2 in the NHL. The Canadian Tire Center is home to what Eastern Conference team? All right, we got to go with 5.
No, he said multiple choice.
Oh, I did? Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, the Ottawa Senators, B, the Montreal Canadiens, C, the Calgary Flames, or D, the Quebec Nordiques. I think this might be a little bit of a giveaway in the choices here, Sandy.
Yeah, there's so many people. I'm just gonna go with it's not the Canadians, I know that. So I'm gonna pick the Ottawa Senators.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely.
1 more point.
Great job on that one, thinking about that. All right, question number 3. Which NHL season was canceled due to the lockout caused by the collective bargaining agreement? I know all hockey fans were upset about this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You hate to see one of your favorite sports not being able to play out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or teams play out there or whatever, compete.
All right.
So we're going to have to go down to 5, 4.
I just don't know how you guys wrote it, so I'm going to ask for multiple choice because I know
multiple choice. Hey, you rather be safe than sorry, Sandy.
Yeah.
So your multiple choice options are A, 2002/2003, B, 2006/2007, C, 2005/2006, or D, 2004/2005.
It's D, 2004/2005.
Absolutely correct again, Sandy. Way to get your way through this category. All right, and your final question in the category of NHL. Which NHL team drafted Jerome McGinley before trading him to the Calgary Flames, where he would begin his NHL career?
I can just hear the cursing coming from Kaleb Koho right now, and that would be the Minnesota North Stars.
You got to go to. We're gonna have to go to Kaleb on this one. That is incorrect.
Oh.
Wait.
What?
He's technically correct. It's
Yeah,
just that's
yeah.
not the name of the
Not
team anymore.
Not correct. Kaleb is not correct.
Okay. So if I say Dallas North Stars, am I going to get the points?
Yes, you are. It's the Dallas
Okay.
Stars. That is correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It just that's the answer that I have, Sandy.
No, that's correct.
No, Sandy was right, but cool. Okay, I'll take the points. Sure.
Okay, so in that round, Sandy got 4 points.
Damn.
All right.
I knew that too. Shit.
We go to Caleb's spin now.
Can I get a quick score update?
Yeah. Score right now coming out of Sandy's is 11 points to Caleb's 3. So Caleb's still in it, but he needs a big.
Is it not worth
That's 4. It was.
Is it not worth 2 points?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did get it.
Okay, I just want to make sure I had 4 because I was
Sorry.
like, that was a 2-point steal.
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
that's my fault.
That's
Yeah.
cool. No, it's not, you're good. Okay, so it's 11-4.
Yes, 11-4.
7-4.
Okay, so
Alright.
I'm not completely knocked out yet.
Yep. We go to Caleb's spin. I would
NFL,
say
NFL,
player's
NFL.
choice is off the board, but it's not.
NFL.
We go to soccer.
God, can I spin it again?
Yes, you can. You can
Okay,
spin
thank
it
you.
out,
Let's
soccer.
get off that. I want the real football, please.
NFL.
Technically, that is the real football, but
What do we got?
ultimate players, ultimate or bonus choice.
Oh.
Wow.
Sandy, you may choose for him.
You should just give me NFL so we can have a third round.
I am not going to be at that kind, and I am going to choose tennis for
Yep.
Kaleb Koho.
All right,
I think
Caleb.
I think he's just curious to see what the tennis questions were. That's why I chose tennis.
Absolutely.
I think so too, but let's see if Caleb can come back from here. But we will go to tennis.
Have faith.
Caleb, your first question.
Sure.
Which 2008 U.S. Open match received loud boos from the audience as a result of heated comments between two players?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Andy Roddick versus Novak Djokovic, B, James Blake versus Murray Fish, C, Andy Murray versus Juan Martin del Potro, or D, Andy Murray versus Roger Federer.
I'll tell you what, I'm not familiar with this match. This
is correct, and it was a
Cool.
good match, Dan. It really was. It was a good match. Yes,
Sorry,
you got it.
Cool.
I didn't mean to interrupt them.
Oh no, that's all right. All right.
I really hope I can pull a Nico-esque miracle here and just make a multiple choice comeback.
All right. Your second question. This trailblazer for women's international sports overall was dubbed La Divine, the Goddess, by the French press and has a court at the French Open named after her.
There's only one female tennis player that I know, but I don't want to be wrong, so I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right. Multiple choice is A, Helen Wills Moody, B, Lottie Daub, C, Suzanne Langland, or D, Dorothea Douglas Lambert Chambers.
Okay, so thank God I went multiple choice because I could have just completely embarrassed myself by saying Serena Williams. Can I hear those multiple choice again?
Yes, you can. You son of a-
Okay.
Helen Wills Moody, Lottie Daub, Susan Langland, Dorothea Douglas Lambert Chambers.
See, I like the name Lottie Daub, so I'm going to go B.
That is incorrect. Sandy, chance for a 1-point steal.
It's Suzanne Langland.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. All right.
12-5 is not awful.
Caleb, your third question. Who was the first player in the Open era, man or woman, to amass over 150 titles in both singles and doubles?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Martina Navratilova, B, Steffi Graf, C, Pete Sampras, or D, John McEnroe.
How about John McEnroe? Because I recognize that name.
That is incorrect. Sandy, a chance for another steal.
God, it's between two, and it's actually more between three, but it's the doubles that are making it things. So I'm going to say Martina Navratilova.
That is correct, especially with the right pronunciation for another 1-point steal.
Okay, so it's 13-5. Is this thing over, or do we keep going?
No, it's still, it has to be 10 points.
All right,
Caleb,
so I can save it.
Your last question. Who did Jennifer Capriati defeat to win both the 2001 and 2002 Australian Open titles for women's?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Venus Williams, B, Anna Kournikova, C, Serena Williams, or D, Martina Hingis?
B.
Sandy, a chance for another 1-point steal.
Okay.
Can I hear the choices again?
A, Venus Williams, B, Anna Kournikova, C, Serena Williams, or D, Martina Hingis?
It's Martina Hingis.
Correct for another 1-point steal.
I figured it wasn't one of the Williams, so I went between B or D.
Yeah, the Williams came a little later.
Yeah.
All right. Dan, would you like to give us that score update going after round 2?
Here we go. We got 14-5. Sandy is leading 14-5. He has a 9-point lead.
Which means we still go into round 3, and Caleb could save himself. We will find out. How round 3 works.
Good.
How round 3 works is as such. Each competitor will have a choice between 3 numbers, 1 through 8. Those numbers correspond with a category, and your first pick is worth 2 points, second pick worth 3, and your last pick worth 5 points. Sandy, you are in the lead, so you can choose your numbers first.
And you said between 1 and 7? Or
1 through 8. Yes. 1 through 8.
I'll pick 7, 2, and the best statistical season ever, number 4.
All right. And Caleb?
Well, he picked all 3 of my numbers, so shows you how well this game's going for me. We'll go 6, 1, and 5, because that worked out for Linus and Full Metal, didn't it?
All right. Caleb, I will be proctoring your questions and remind you, you must hit all of your options to not only stay in the game, but take the lead. Caleb.
All right. So for 2 points, it's tennis. For 3 points, it's soccer. And for 5 points, it's auto racing. Let's do it.
Actually, number 6 goes in the realm of NFL.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Your 2-point question. What NFL team holds the most Super Bowl rings?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, you're 100% right.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers do.
Yeah. I had a brain fart last night when I wrote that. Sorry.
Who did you have written down?
Going on to your 3-pointer.
Shut
up. No.
Was it your Dallas Cowboys? Because that's
no, I did not have
incorrect.
I did not have Dallas.
Okay.
I had a brain fart. I'm not going to reveal that. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Caleb, your 3-pointer is in the realm, category number 1 of auto racing.
Of course.
And your question. Danica Patrick was primarily sponsored by whom in her auto racing career? Yes.
FedEx?
And your winner
Buddy.
by TKO, Sandy, the Sandman Robinson.
Did I go the wrong way?
Yeah.
The correct
Which one was
answer was GoDaddy.
GoDaddy. Right.
Yeah.
She's FedEx now, though, isn't she?
Denny
Yes.
Hamlin, FedEx.
Okay.
Retired now.
Yeah.
Great.
And after, I mean,
I could have. I swear to God, I was like, I could come back. I know this one, and I went the wrong way. God dang it!
I thought for sure you had it. I thought for sure.
I know it too. Now that I hear it, I'm like, oh, stupid.
Can I just know what my numbers correlated with?
we can talk later after.
We'll go off air because I want to get those round 2 NFLs too.
But Dan, that was one hell of a match. Kaleb behind a lot, but took it in around 3. Just had a brain fart for that 3-point question. I mean, it was still overall a good match. Sandy just showing his dominance for what he knew with sports, and luck was on his side today.
I'll tell you what, he lucked out on a couple answers, but guess what? What did I say at the beginning of the match? I think age might play into a little bit of this, and I think the age of Mr. Sandy Sandman Robinson played into the outcome of this match. And like you said, I wish Kaleb would have just thought about it just for a second longer, and maybe he would have come up with GoDaddy. We would have got a chance to get to his 5-point question. Yeah. I would like to see Kaleb back. He clearly has some sports knowledge. I think he just ended up with some questions that he just wasn't familiar with.
Yeah, and that happens. That really does. You land on something you don't know, and that happens with all kinds of trivia, with movies, fandom, TV, now sports. You know, it does. It happens. And yeah, it was. I mean, it was an uphill battle for him to fight, especially Sandy getting spinner's choice and then him getting opponent's choice. It's just an uphill battle in that for that second round. The first round, Sandy had a dominant 7 of 8. I mean, it was a battle for the ages, and we'll see both of these guys back because Sandy going on with the win in this one, he'll face now that you've seen it, he will face Jim Green, which is now also 1-0 at a later date. And Kaleb will face Malcolm the Crusher Lay in his next match.
Great. I get to play Movie 43 himself. This is going to be great. Don't worry. If we could book this tonight, I want to just wallop on Malcolm real quick. Because right now, I got some scores to settle with that one.
Movie 43.
Hey, that's his nickname in fandom, by the way. I'm changing his nickname. He's no longer the Crusher. He's Malcolm Movie 43 Lay. Golden Lay. And he can't do anything about it.
But yeah, those will be the next time we see these guys after we get through the rest of the inaugural matches to get us some records. But yeah, I mean, so far both matches have been great. The ones we've had so far, Dan. Who do you think you see coming out with those 2 matches announced to see?
I'll tell you what. I mean, I know Kaleb knows some sports, especially if he gets in the realm of things like NFL, and he knows his stuff. He's a little young, but I think with him being American and Malcolm being a foreign player, I think it's still going to be an uphill battle for Malcolm. Now with Jim Green and Sandy, I think I'll tell you what. If Sandy gets things to roll the way he had them rolling tonight, he could beat Jim Green, but I think they're very evenly matched. I can't wait to see that match. I'll tell you right now, I'm looking forward to that match right now.
Yeah, and another interesting fact, both of them with TKO wins. So we're going to see if it will be a TKO or if it's going to go right down to the final wire because both of them had strong debuts in their matches. So we're going to see how that goes into the next 2 matches after the rest of our inaugural matches. But yeah, I think for right now we'll go into the post-game interviews. Take it away, Dan.
So Sandy, what do you think about this match? And obviously I picked you as a winner going into the match. Were you nervous? Or did you just you did not want me to give it away that you were this knowledgeable about sports?
No, I was legit nervous. I mean, I feel very fortunate to have won. I mean, you heard, Kaleb at the beginning during his, spouting off names left, right, and center for different people. I can't do that. So, I mean, it's one thing to be able to, pull knowledge from, a large, base that I have because I'm an older guy, right? I mean, I've been around for a little while, so I mean, that's okay. But I absolutely, me saying that I was going to lose at the beginning during my intro, that wasn't a lie. It wasn't me playing gamesmanship. I really honestly thought it could have went either way. I mean, I was so fortunate to get, spinners and, and opponent's choice. Kaleb just had a rough game because of that. And, and even though I was able to pick, mine, I didn't do super great, and he got that 2-point steal, and I should have known it was the Dallas Stars. I should have, I just blanked on that one. So I'm very fortunate to get a win. Although I will say this, I'm just happy.
Well, we're happy to have you. So what do you think about Jim Green? Do you think you're going to have a competitive match versus him? Do you think it could go something like this either way? Or do you think this is having people that have knowledge like you guys have are good for the league?
Oh, I think people that have, a varying difference of knowledge is great for this league. I think that, if you have people that know every single answer, going forward, it makes for boring matches. If you have exciting matches, if you have, people that are, close in knowledge, it's going to be good. I will say this to Jim Green, though. Jim, I've never lost to Nico, so, you can come with whatever you got, but you lost. Nico. I mean, that's all I got to say. Jim, Nico. We'll see what he brings to the table, but I've always got that in my pocket. So even if I lose, he still lost to Nico. So
Jim came out wearing a Dallas Cowboys shirt. You got some actual sports memorabilia you can wear next time when you guys face each other?
What, Dallas Cowboys?
No, anything sports.
Oh, I can wear my Mexican serape of my Miami Dolphins. Yeah.
All right. Just wear something that supports your team. We love that when the competitors come out wearing what they love about their teams. Like Tim and I, he got his Dallas Cowboys hat. I got my Red Sox hat. So, Kaleb, I hate to see things have went this way for you because I know you're more knowledgeable than you showed in this match. Are you just kind of bummed that the things didn't go your way, or are you excited you're going to have an opportunity to play again here in the future and you might get a little bit better of showing?
I'm going to say it right now. I don't think I was meant to win this from the beginning from the likes of some of those questions. There was a few too many Canadian hockey questions for my taste, but I think there was a little bit of favoritism in the question writing, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it up to my handler Jim Green to investigate that. He also wrote a Packers question with the answer F the Vikings in parentheses. I think that's another tally against me, if you know what I mean. And I feel like the wheel might have been weighted a little bit because I think my partner will have to do a lot of these investigations for me. But I will say this right now. Sandy knows tennis. That's it. Get on him. Tennis sucks.
Oh, wow.
I don't have the patience to watch it. And one last note. Malcolm, it's going to be elder abuse when I'm done with you. So, you're going to want to just count to 43 and hope it gets over to that amount of time. So there will be no Force Awakening for you. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, Tim, you take it away, buddy. I'm sure you got a comment on what Malcolm said.
Yeah, very, very interested after those plays. Sandy, super excited, happy to win. Throwing out that, Jim lost to Nico in one of Jim's own backyard categories with Fandom, which, yeah. And, I mean, Kaleb, of course, just hating me as always think I'm trying to hold the king down for some odd reason.
I don't know if you're trying to hold the king down, but I'm not saying you're trying to hold the king down. I'm just saying you're not necessarily holding the king up.
I'm just saying I don't know who wrote the "fuck the Vikings." I don't know who wrote that. That could have been Nico. We don't know.
I mean,
but
I don't think the Steelers were the ones that we walloped in the divisional round 33-3 that put the put the Steelers behind for the next 10 years. I don't think that's what Nico would have done, but
Yeah, I don't think I would have lost to 11-5 or 14-5 in a TKO, but
it wasn't 14-5. It was 14-7.
Oh yeah, 14-7, but still you lost to a TKO. Anyways, Dan, it was a good match on both sides, and we'll see both of these guys back. But I mean, overall, closing thoughts. What do you think of the match? And then we'll get into our shameless promotions.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I love these guys. We have a lot of really entertaining and super nice guys in the sports battlefield, and I love seeing these guys battle in different genres of trivia. And sports battlefield it's like any of the other ones. It's like movies or music or fandom. If you know what you're doing, you can go a long way. And if you don't, or things don't turn your way on the wheel, you could be having a bad, rough night. So one guy had a great night tonight, and one guy had a rough night.
Yeah, and sometimes it's how it goes, like you said. But with that, let's close out with, of course, our shameless promotions like we always do, because we need to praise. So let's go to our winner, Sandy the Sandman Robinson. Where can the good kids find you, sir?
You guys, like Tim said off at the beginning, you guys can find me everywhere. You guys can find me mainly on Full Metal and worldwide movie games. Be ready for another installment of worldwide or Full Metal Geek on September or August 31st. Not this Friday, but the next Friday. You guys can see me doing reactions and late night with Take 3 on occasions. But yeah, on Twitter and on Facebook at srobinson1799. I'm there.
All right. And the King, Kaleb Koho. I think we all know where we can find you. Let's move on. No, go ahead.
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kaleb Koho. That is Kaleb Koho. You can find me on YouTube, Kaleb Koho, where I do music, vlogs, all sorts of fun stuff like that. Koho Productions is my film channel where I've got all sorts of fan trailers, fun stuff, new content, throwdown reactions, stuff like that coming there very soon. My movie Chick Part 2 out right now on YouTube and Koho Productions and Kaleb Koho right now for free. What's not for free is my album Shoot for Teens with my group The Forks, which you can get on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you consume digital music. And you can find me right here on Multiplex Entertainment as the head of fandom and head of story, hosting Fandom Fights every Friday, Nerdgasm every Saturday, and with Tim right here hosting Fantasy Football every Wednesday. You can also find me and Kane doing our show Get It Right the First Time, where we talk about movies that one of us has seen just for the first time. And you can find me basically around here. Let's Make a Movie every other month, comics, all sorts of stuff like that. So yeah, just look at Multiplex. You'll see my ugly mug around here pretty consistently.
All right. And it'd be a lot cooler if that soundtrack was for free, man. Let's go to...
I got to pay for my college, man.
Let's go to our co-host today. Man of many questions. He is a head question writer here for sports. Dan Skip Allen, where can they find you?
You can find me at Dan Skip Allen on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. Also at the From the Fourth Row at WordPress.com. That's my blog. I'll be writing more articles on there. And also I write sports articles and movie reviews for Cinesportstalk.com. That's CINESPORTSTALK.com. And every week with my co-host, Mr. Tim Smith, hosting Sports Battlefield.
That's right, brother. And of course, you can find me, Tim Smith, here, keeping all these guys in check here as the head of not fandom, but the head of Multiplex Entertainment. The head of fandom, of course, is the King, Kaleb Koho. Now that Kane's back, hopefully we can change that for a more not evil head, but you know.
You want the Juggernaut over the King? Come on. You want Ryan?
I don't know.
To have a puppet?
He was pretty badass when he said, "This is what we're going to do." I mean,
but you want Ryan to have a puppet, and you just want Ryan to run everything. Is that what it is? Okay.
No, God, no. And of course, you can find us here with Facebook, YouTube, Multiplex Entertainment, Facebook, get your name in here for matches and shows, what have you. Of course, you can see all those shows on YouTube, Multiplex Entertainment, our Twitter handle, Multiplex YT, where you can keep up on the go with all of our video announcements and what have you. And, of course, our Instagram, Multiplex Entertainment Network, where, you know, if you see us in a movie theater, we can take some awesome pics and hopefully not get busted and thrown in jail for 10 years, but hey. And, of course, our TeePublic to support our great artists here that make these T-shirts for the fan players that you see, you know, such as Atomic Nation. You've seen the King shirt. You've seen Team 80 shirts, hopefully, the Sandman, and all great shirts like that. Kings of Winter, which looks just like a stuck pig, which I'm sure Sandy will finish out stuffing the rest of Kings of Winter. But that is all of us for sports tonight. That is our winner, Sandy Robinson, our unfortunate loser, Kaleb Koho, my co-host and question writer, Dan Skip Allen, and, of course, me, TM Smith. We'll see you next time, where there will be some bloody sports on this battlefield.